The Rise of King David, From Shepherd to Sovereign. Picture a quiet hillside in ancient Bethlehem, rolling green fields dotted with sheep grazing beneath the warm glow of a setting sun. Among the flock walks a boy no older than 15, tending his father's sheep. By all appearances, this boy is just another shepherd, destined for a simple life in the shadows. Yet this humble figure would rise to become one of history's most revered leaders, King David. David's story is one of profound transformation, a journey defined by faith, courage, and resilience. From his celebrated victory over Goliath to his reign as King of Israel, David's life is a source of inspiration for historians and storytellers alike. His journey transcends the boundaries of time, offering timeless lessons about leadership, redemption, and the power of vision. This video explores the life of King David, an extraordinary figure whose narrative reminds us of the potential for greatness in even the most modest beginnings. It's a journey of dramatic highs and poignant lows, a story that marries human imperfection with divine purpose. David's story begins in Bethlehem, where he was the youngest of 8 sons born into a modest family. As the least likely heir to greatness, David spent his days tending sheep in the serene countryside. Life as a shepherd may have seemed insignificant, but it was here that David honed qualities like courage, strength, and focus, traits that would shape his destiny. The tranquility of his daily routine was disrupted when the prophet Samuel arrived in Bethlehem, tasked by God to anoint the next king of Israel. To everyone's surprise, the future sovereign wasn't one of David's older brothers, stronger, taller, or seemingly more capable, but rather the young shepherd. In this moment, we see the first spark of David's extraordinary journey, the notion that greatness isn't born of outward appearance but of inner character. This chapter of David's life reminds us that destiny has a way of finding us even in the ordinary. It teaches us to embrace beginnings, no matter how humble, as stepping stones to potential greatness. David's life took a dramatic turn when he stepped into the valley of Elah. Here, the Israelite army stood paralyzed with fear before Goliath, a towering Philistine warrior armed with weapons and intimidation. The audience can almost feel the tension in the air, with the odds clearly stacked against the Israelites. David entered the battlefield not as a soldier, but as a young shepherd delivering supplies to his brothers. Yet when he heard Goliath mocking Israel and its God, something stirred inside him. Despite the doubts of others, David volunteered to face the giant. Armed only with a sling, 5 smooth stones, and unshakable faith, he went forth. The world watched in awe as David, with the precision of a shepherd defending his flock, flung a single stone that struck Goliath down. It was a victory not merely of strength, but of conviction. David's triumph was a declaration that even in the face of overwhelming odds, courage and faith can prevail. This pivotal moment launched David into the public eye and set the stage for his rise to greatness. It serves as a powerful reminder to historians and storytellers alike. History is often made by those who dare to believe in something greater than themselves. While David's victory over Goliath was significant, his path to the throne was anything but straightforward. After his triumph, David became a servant in the court of King Saul, gaining influence as a warrior and leader. His strategic brilliance and unwavering loyalty earned him admiration among the people, yet it also ignited jealousy in Saul. Saul's envy drove him to hunt David relentlessly, forcing him into years of exile. During this turbulent period, David demonstrated remarkable resilience and moral fortitude. Despite numerous opportunities to retaliate or claim the throne by force, he refused to harm Saul, showing deep respect for God's chosen king. This chapter of David's life illustrates that leadership is not just about power, but about patience, integrity, and unwavering principle. His journey also reflects the sacrifices required to fulfill a higher calling. Such trials are what make David's eventual triumph all the more meaningful. When Saul's reign finally came to a tragic end, David ascended to the throne. His journey from the shepherd's fields to the palace stands as a testament to perseverance, faith, and an unyielding belief in destiny. As king, David sought to unify a fractured Israel. Through strategic and inspired governance, he established a cohesive kingdom, bringing together tribes that had long been divided. At the heart of his reign was the establishment of Jerusalem as both the political and spiritual center of Israel. One of David's most significant achievements was bringing the Ark of the Covenant to Jerusalem. This event symbolized Israel's unity and David's deep devotion to God. Under his leadership, Jerusalem became a city of profound historical and spiritual importance, a legacy that endures even today. David's reign wasn't just about building a kingdom, it was about inspiring one. Through his innovative leadership, he demonstrated the power of vision and determination. His ability to unite a divided people teaches us that leadership goes beyond authority. It is about fostering trust, embodying humility, and guiding with purpose. While David's triumphs are legendary, his life was far from perfect. He was deeply human, prone to flaws and failings that often led to personal tragedy. One of the most striking episodes in his life was his moral failure with Bathsheba. Overcome by desire, David arranged for Bathsheba's husband to be killed, an act that not only marred his legacy, but also brought consequences that echoed through his family and reign. David's response to this failure, however, is what defines his humanity. He didn't deny or excuse his actions. Instead, he sought forgiveness with humility and sincerity. His psalms, written during moments of despair and repentance, reveal a heart wrestling with guilt, redemption, and hope. Though he faced political upheaval, personal loss, and rebellion within his own family, David's resilience and faith allowed him to rise above the ashes of his mistakes. His story reminds us that even the greatest leaders are not immune to failure, and that redemption is always possible. Beyond his exploits as a warrior and king, David's lasting legacy lies in his spirituality. Through his writings in the Book of Psalms, he gave voice to the human soul's struggles, joys, and aspirations. These poetic prayers speak of faith, doubt, gratitude, and longing, offering a timeless connection to the divine. The Psalms reveal a man who, despite his flaws, maintained an intimate relationship with God. For historians, they provide a vivid portrait of David's innermost thoughts and emotions. For believers, they offer a guide for prayer and worship that transcends centuries. David's spiritual legacy reminds us that true greatness isn't just about accomplishments. It's about leaving behind something that continues to inspire, uplift, and connect people to something greater than themselves. From his shepherd staff to the royal throne, King David's life is an epic story of transformation and purpose. He was far from perfect. His journey was marked by triumph as well as failure, by moments of courage and instances of weakness. Yet it is this imperfect tapestry that makes his story so profoundly human and inspiring. David's life reminds us that greatness doesn't come from flawless perfection. It comes from the willingness to rise again after falling, to lead with vision and faith, and to embrace both our strengths and our weaknesses in pursuit of something greater than ourselves. For historians, King David's legacy is as vast as it is nuanced. For storytellers, his life serves as a reminder of the timeless power in courage, conviction, and faith. David's journey, both heroic and deeply human, urges us to find inspiration within our own paths, no matter how humble the beginning.